You know, what I need Inouye to do is do like, like we do over here in the U.S. now. And I need him to come fight in the U.S. Random blood and urine testing. And just honestly, what I like about, I think he's a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. I won't take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter.
So Mayweather, the narcissist, whether it's pretty boy narcissist, money made narcissist, whatever y'all want to call him. I've seen this interview, a very timely interview from Floyd Money Mayweather with Fight Hype, where Mayweather is back to hating again. Like, this is what he does. He just hates. He a hater. Once he see a guy start shining, he start hating. So I'm just going to address this part of the interview, and I'm going to address the next part of the interview where he started talking about Errol Spence Jr.'s weight, or where he belong in the weight. But let's talk about the inner situation, right? So I'm not the smartest person in the world, but if you're going to insinuate or even bring up the topic of a person should do random drug testing, then you're insinuating that they're on something, because that came out of nowhere. Nobody asked them about no drug testing or none of that. He just, I believe Inouye should do random drug testing like what they do in the States. Now, me, y'all know I always do my due diligence. Like, this is what I do. And nobody's not going to talk about this. I promise you. Like, the black fan base is very weird. And y'all got to understand how weird they are. And that's why I don't rock with nobody. I just do my shit. And if y'all niggas want to like it, then like it. Whatever race want to like it, like it. But I do not succumb to the black fan base, because they ruin boxing just like any other race ruin boxing too. They're the #1 race that ruin boxing. They're casuals, and they just say anything that comes out their mouth, and they just love Mayweather nuts, right? So Mayweather said that Inouye should do random drug testing like how they do in the States. Now, that's not true, Floyd. That's not true. The same guy that you was talking about in this video that Inouye should fight, right? I'm going to reveal the information about that same guy pertaining to the same drug testing topic that you brought up. My mom always tell me, if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. Now look at the screen, guys. This might be shocking. It might not be shocking. But this contradicts everything that Mayweather just said about Inouye. The WBC have released the list of all the fighters who have been removed from their rankings after refusing to sign up for the 365 days via the drug testing program, right? And y'all probably wondering why I'm showing that, right? Because Floyd was talking about a potential matchup between Gervonta Tank Davis and Inouye, and then he went in La La Land, and somehow it got to drug testing. So look who's on this list, guys. Just take a good look who's on this list. And I want y'all to comment and let me know what y'all think about this, right? Hold up, guys. Ain't that Tank name right there? Gervonta Davis? Ain't that Tank? Isn't Tank named Gervonta Davis? That's what I want to know. Isn't Tank named Gervonta Davis? So when guys like Aki and all of these guys are Blue Blood, all you guys are doing videos on Mayweather saying that Inouye should do random drug testing. Gervonta Tank Davis got dropped from the WBC rankings in 2018 for refusing to do random drug testing. Refusing. That means by all means necessary, I'm not going to do it. And I will either get dropped from the rankings because I do not want to do random drug testing. So isn't that suspicious, guys? Because like I said, we got guys like Aki. They making videos saying, yo, that's smash suspicious. Right before Inouye was supposed to do drug testing, he got injured and stuff like that. Isn't this suspicious that this man rather get dropped from the rankings than sign up for the 365 days via the drug testing program, which is a random drug testing program? Isn't that suspicious, Floyd Money Mayweather? So you want Inouye to do random drug testing, right? But the guy that you want him to fight is not doing random drug testing. That refused to do anyway, never refused to do random drug testing. He ain't never got dropped from the rankings for refusing to do random drug testing. Ain't nothing more suspicious than this. Now, like how Mayweather's alluding to anyway on steroids, I could say, look, that's probably where Gervonta Tank Davis get all his power from. He don't do drug testing. So the narcissist Mayweather, right, try to discredit Inoue by bringing up drug testing, but then he exposed his own fighter, well, his former fighter, and Gervonta Tank Davis, a fighter that's in his stable, because he mentioned that him and Al Heyman is one, and Gervonta Tank Davis. So Mayweather's objective wasn't to sit here and try to come to Gervonta Tank Davis' rescue. His objective was to try to discredit Inoue, but while discrediting Inoue, he exposed Gervonta Tank Davis for getting dropped from the WBC rankings for not signing up for the random VADA drug testing program. And y'all don't understand how timely this interview was. This is right after the rankings got dropped. So Mayweather was hating on Inoue. Like what he always does. He hate. Once you see a guys that's shining, he try to do stuff to overshadow them. He does it all the time. Like, I don't understand how y'all respect this man. Now, something else that caught my eye in this interview. Let's roll the tape.
I want the best for Earl Spence. So, if I was training him or I was in his corner, I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
That's just my honest opinion. You know, but once again, I don't have no say so. You know, when these guys, you know, certain fighters, when they want to fight, our job is to line it up. And us fighters, we're warriors. We always want to fight the best. It's just how it is. But it's so crazy, like what goes on in today's time. And I want you to just notice this. You got Muhammad Ali. You know who they compare him to? Floyd Mayweather. You got Sugar Ray Leonard. You got, every time it's a fighter from the past, from the present, or a fighter that's going to be in the future, they're going to keep comparing them to Floyd Mayweather.
So, Mayweather, right? He think he could use his 5th grade level reading skills, brain on people, right? He's trying to sit here and discredit Terrence Bull Crawford. You gotta pay attention, right? He said that Errol Spence Jr. shouldn't be fighting at 147. He should be fighting at 160 to 168. When has Mayweather ever said that? Y'all gotta pay attention, bro. Just really pay attention, and you can see that this nigga's just hating, right? When has Mayweather ever spoke on Errol Spence Jr. being at 147? He should be at a higher weight class. When have he ever said that? Never in his lifetime. But once Terrence Bull Crawford defeat Errol Spence Jr., he's saying that Errol Spence Jr. shouldn't be fighting at 147. He should be fighting at 160 to 168. So he's basically trying to insinuate that Errol Spence Jr. was weight drained. So he's trying to discredit Terrence Bull Crawford win. Right? He's trying to discredit Terrence Bull Crawford win. And y'all don't understand that this man is he's Mayweather's not comfortable within his skin, bro. He still need validation. That's why he always have to fight. He's still trying to gain the respect of people, bro. He's not comfortable with his own skin. He's suffering from narcissism. He's not comfortable with himself, bro. That's why you see how he's trying to work with Keyshawn Davis. He's trying to compete with Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. But you can't compete with him. You're not going to come back and fight him. You ain't going to do that. And I don't care what version of Mayweather, whether it's Pretty Boy, Ugly Boy, Broke Floyd, Money Me. I don't care what y'all talking about. He would never be able to compete with Terrence Ball Crawford, bro. I don't care what version, because y'all create alter egos for this nigga. Like, y'all weird ass black fans create alter egos for this nigga and try to act like so-called Pretty Boy wasn't when he was young, when he was younger, and he wasn't facing the top level competition. As you go up in weight, the competition gets harder, right? And you're getting older, so there's no way you're gonna still be at your prime. You feel me? So I don't understand how y'all just create alter egos for this nigga to try to make it look like, well, Pretty Boy was unbeatable, but Money Made, you niggas could have beat him. Money Made lost to friggin' to Mandana, and so-called Pretty Boy lost to Castillo. So either version of Mayweather lost. So the fans is the one that's keeping this nigga afloat by trying to make it look like one of his alter egos is unbeatable, and the other one is where he kind of settled down and chill. No, nigga, it's the same person, and both of them lost. If you want to separate them, both of them lost. Terrence Crawford has never lost. And the next thing too, him saying that, right? A lot of people don't know this. He tried to put a rehydration clause on Canelo Alvarez. It's right here. Then they came up with the second day weigh-in. Alvarez told the media during an interview session. They wanted to do a second day weigh-in and limit what I could weigh the second day, and I wouldn't agree to that. And then they tried to force me to stay quiet and not to mention it, and that's why we didn't say anything, and we haven't up until now. So, Floyd Money Mayweather is talking about Errol Spence Jr. being weight drained, right? In very cryptic language, because he didn't want to come out and say that, right? But he put it out there so the fans could say, oh well, Mayweather said that Errol Spence Jr. was weight drained. But in one of your biggest fight, Floyd Money Mayweather, you try to put rehydration clause on Canelo Alvarez, and you fought him at a catchweight. So that means that Canelo Alvarez that you was fighting wasn't the best Canelo Alvarez. Plus, you try to put a rehydration clause on him. So how dare you talk about Errol Spence Jr. being weight drained when you weight drained the shit out of Canelo Alvarez? Terrence Crawford didn't put rehydration clause on Errol Spence Jr., bro. If you say you're the best, right? Why would you want to put a rehydration? I understand the catchweight, but why would you want to put a rehydration clause on somebody if you claim that you're the best? If you claim that you're TBE, the best ever, why would you want to put a rehydration clause on anyone? And that's exactly what Tank did against Ryan Garcia. He talks about Canelo Alvarez, how Canelo Alvarez this and Canelo Alvarez that. Canelo Alvarez follows in Floyd Money Mayweather footsteps. Yes, he follows in his footsteps. But one thing I could tell you that Canelo Alvarez did, anyway did, Terrence Crawford did, was become undisputed. And Mayweather, that's one of Mayweather's biggest insecurities, that he didn't become undisputed. Because you know, in order for him to become undisputed at the time, he would have had to fight the best in his weight division. And he didn't fight the best in his weight division. He went around, picked around, just like what Tank is doing now. Go around, fight random people. He said that he didn't want to become undisputed because of the sanctioning fees, right? So if you was undefeated, if you was undisputed, you would have been holding 4 belts. But I recall him saying that he held 5 belts at one time. So which one is more? Holding 4 belts or holding 5? Because you got to pay sanctioning fees for all 5. And last time I checked, 5 is greater than 4. So you would have to pay more money if you was holding on to 5 belts than 4 belts. So that's debunking what Mayweather is saying about not wanting to become undisputed because of sanctioning fees. He didn't become undisputed because he couldn't Because he would have to fight the best in his weight class, and that's not what he wants to do. He wants to go and pick guys who to fight and do, I'm going to fight this guy in this weight class. I'm going to fight this guy in this weight class. I'm not going to clear out my weight class because I can't, because I'm going to have to go fight people that I don't want to fight. So this is what this man do, bro. He tried to take away credit from two of the pound-for-pound kings on the list in Inoue and Terrence Bud Crawford. He said that Inoue, he basically said that Inoue is on steroids. And I know all of these got channels going to back it. Aki's already backing it. I know Dante's Boxing Nation is going to back it. The LDBC, all of them is going to back it, bro. Because all of these guys don't realize that Floyd Money Mayweather is just a narcissist, bro. And all he does is he just cares about himself. So all they do is just they worship this man. And they don't see him for what he is. He's a narcissist, bro. Something is wrong with him, bro. Like, he's mad old and he's still trying to compete with guys that's in boxing right now. Like, leave it alone, bro. Go somewhere, bro. You didn't become undisputed, and that's because of you. That's because of your fault. You didn't want to fight the best, and that's it. And like I said, the part 2, but Terrence Crawford versus Mayweather is coming. I'm still working on it because there's a lot I gotta reveal about this man to let y'all know that he's not on Terrence Bud Crawford level. But y'all see Mayweather's attempt trying to discredit Terrence Bud Crawford in any way failed. Because Gervonta Tank Davis, the guy that you want to fight anyway, he refused to take, he refused, because I want to say it in the Baltimore way, because he refused, because they be like, with the U, they be pronouncing U with L's and weird shit like that. You feel me? But Tank refused to sign up for the 365 VADA drug testing program, random VADA drug testing program, right? And then he wants anyway to fight him, and he wants anyway to do the same thing, but his fighter is not doing it. And then he goes and he talks about Errol Spence Jr. being weight drained, right? But your ass was trying to weight drain Canelo Alvarez. So my mom always say, do not throw stone if you live in a glass house, bro. And that's what Mayweather does. And he's just a narcissist. And that's why every time he says something, you can poke holes in what he's saying. Because he's self-centered. All he does is care about himself. Everything that he says is because of himself, bro. He don't care about nothing else. But y'all see what I got for y'all, though. If y'all enjoy this content, make sure y'all hit that like button, share this video, hit that subscription button, and I'm out.